It's Fire 716.
Let's go. It's Big Frank in the morning. Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air. Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
Because if I'm just listening to this music and I'm not tapping in, I have no reason why.
No, if I listen to gospel, it's gonna be like gospel classic song that's like hyped and lit, and I'm driving, but I'm not driving smoothly.
Just type
Every
So I'm just like, because like, you know, Terry may be going with us. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay.
Oh, you
so,
be all right.
Like Terry, I think Terry is kind of like the balance, but if Terry doesn't go, it's like 6 hours of Jesus. How am I gonna do this?
Sometimes you just make it too deep. Just be yourself, be who you are, and let's move. I'm not going to minister. Right. You're not about to go.
Oh, y'all not going to minister?
No.
Miss Mama Kim's funeral.
Brent Evans' mom transitioned out to the Lord.
And the announcement, though. The announcement.
It wasn't.
No, because you got it. Good morning. Here's a commercial.
Come create at Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. Poetry, improv, comedy, music, and more. Hanley Studios, available for renting. We have lights, sound, and stage equipment. Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. We provide live streaming. For more information, call 716-371-2780, extension 2, 716-371-2780, extension 2.
Fire 716 Radio, serving the best in urban and inspirational music.
My wife just thought I was deep. Now this is our 2nd year anniversary. Shout out to me.
Yeah.
It's not all so deep. Like I mean, just deeper than deep. Whatever. I'm still churchy, but I'm still whatever. But just be you. Do what you do, and then she like expose her to the next level of music. Because people think she listens to it. Because people
No, she don't listen to that.
No, I'm not. People think I'd be like
I'm very sure she knows
I
before.
I don't understand. I'm not saved enough of that stuff.
She
I don't have a precursor before. I will go straight hood hop, hip hop, full cuss right before I got to minister with no corn or cool. I have no. Boy, like you got to preach. Listen to this. Yes, I am. Rap battles right now. Toe tags, body bags, flip them upside down with the fat. You know, this is great. This is great. Me and the Lord communicate.
I guess my big message be when I'm in the car with my mother. What I do is I just, just play like 60s and 70s and 80s music. Like I stay.
But some,
I just stay.
I got like a 90s 2000. But then like something like we have discovered a lot of 90s and 2000 music. Stand back, you're moving,
That's okay. You got it.
But when that happens, you gotta go back to how you was when you first heard the song and you were going. You gotta enjoy it for what it was.
You need that. Listen, and then I drive fast.
I drive with the like you know how they do in movies.
Yeah.
How the music match up the speed of the driving every time.
And don't let me find a partner.
Yeah, don't let me find somebody.
I find
somebody going faster.
Do not speed past me. I'm like following you the rest of the way.
That's it.
If I see you brake, I'm braking.
Facts. Because if
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you.
Oh, I was so back there on the road.
Chasing the bunny.
This guy flew past me and was killing it. But once he found out he was the leader,
oh yeah,
he like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I can never pass him. You gonna do it right behind you, but that's when we drive fast, get there, and rock it. I'm not gonna tell you the my rule. Whoever drives the car on the music. Now people hate that when they ride with me because I will hit the blues on
Because
you.
they don't like, so my catalog, like Spotify is really funny with Anita Baker. So they don't have like Rapture on it. Not Rapture, Angel. That's the only song on Anita Baker they got is
You
Angel.
know what you do? Spotify? No.
Spotify.
Well, I'm saying this is what I did. This is what I did. They have all of her music on Spotify, but they don't have it under her. They have it in like those mixed albums. You know what I'm saying? So like you just gotta look up the songs.
Got you. Look at what you want to listen to.
There.
Because I was like looking under her name, I'm like, this is it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, First 716, your boy Big Frank, you like to the Big Frank in the morning. Chicago, what's up, man? Buffalo, what it is? Las Vegas, what's up? Los Angeles, what it do? Tampa, what's happening? Fayetteville, what it do? Zimbabwe,
wow.
Hey, Mama,
Mama.
listen,
We're not stereotyping at all.
We reach the masses.
There's stereotypes and then there's stuff like that. It's like legit. I'm so sorry that there are people you're there. Yeah.
Like I said, as long as my skin color is black, I can speak.
Right. You are
Please do not encourage that for the next 2 hours, please.
You are locked in the room with your boy Big Frank J. Sharif. Come on air and the Dark Knight. It's going down this morning.
See, you are doing it.
I'm doing it to be funny.
Welcome to the mundo.
Listen, it's going down. So our reach is crazy. I mean, I give you something. Yeah, we definitely have an app. Our reach is wild. Yeah, man. God is good. How was your weekend? How was Sunday? How was
Sunday?
Sunday was an interesting experience to see my niece come out of herself and preach her face off. I was like Mia Lanise.
Not Mia Lanise.
All my good jokes.
She did a real good job.
She did really amazing.
Ministering y'all in the AM. The Warriors Day was just on point across the board for me. I feel like I'm reporting something great or something.
You are reporting something great.
It was just good. It was good yesterday. It was much needed. I'm just looking at to see what God about to do. I just feel like something is on the brink of a break. And something's getting ready to release. I feel real. I got a vision in my head. I'm gonna let it go.
Like, I laughed yesterday because right before I got a word, the Lord was like, she got a word for you. And I was like, really? Because I didn't just get one on Friday?
All these words.
And it was just like, as soon as he's like, she got a word, Jessica! And here we go. Like, I was like, I literally just got a word 48 hours ago. Yeah. And back at the table.
Yeah, it'd be like that. So, but I told you, if God talks to you this much consistently, he's trying to get you to a place he wants you to do his thing. Yeah. And that's why we talk so much. Like, if you was good where you was at, I'll let you later. I mean, if I need to get to a place, I need you to get to a place. And it's just what it is. It's a place of transformation. Yeah. And I can't wait to preach that message when I got to preach it.
You can gladly take this Sunday.
You got it.
It's your Sunday?
It is.
Don't back out now.
I just got. What's today? Tuesday? It's only Monday. Mellow Monday, Frank. Mellow. Keep calm, killer. Keep calm.
When has it ever been mellow at this radio station?
It's going down this morning.
Not never.
Yep, it's going down this morning. So much going on. Listen, on the 16th of this month, there is a God's Woman Ministry Presents Girl, I Got Your Back going down Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Riverside Resort, 7001 Buffalo Avenue, in the city of Niagara Falls, New York. Prophetess Carmen Burton will be here. Come and support, ladies. Why I said it like that? But definitely come out and support and be a part of that. We'll have a commercial plan for y'all shortly. It's going down, y'all. Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's rock out. I'll holler at y'all on fire. 716 Big Frank. Let's go. Let's get it. I moved to the desktop. $1 million.
Huh? You moved to where?
To the desktop.
Oh, okay.
I'm mad you said ladies like you actually drive a part of blue Prius out here.
Yo.
Ladies.
You said it's in desktop?
Yeah, it's on the desktop. Remember, I can drag it from the desktop. You got to.
Got you. Yeah.
Joe preached it.
Really?
Oh, he came from his church and preached at the temple.
He didn't have to talk to me. I went up for him to talk to me. So like,
He didn't have to talk to me
because he asked a question. I didn't have to get up. I didn't have to. I could just be like, yeah, it's for somebody. I'm just gonna pray about it later. You know, like I got this shit. I talked to Jesus myself. You know, like,
legit though, on Friday, I did everything I could to avoid eye contact with Prophet Weaver. And I was like, okay, he really notices I'm not making eye contact because the whole time he was talking to Frank and Lady B. You hear me, Frank? You hear me, Pastor Prince? And I'm like, so he adamantly sees me not making eye contact with him. Because I understand the concept of making eye contact with Prophet means you're gonna get a word. So I'm just like, turn to your neighbor. I was trying to find the furthest neighbor away so I have to make.
all over there.
Lean left, like, he said. Like, no. Because I realized that, like, for my first couple of years at COG, I was really trying hard not to look at Bishop. Like, I look at his tie, look past his head.
If God got a word, he got a word. It is the people that pull. Like, if you're not looking to pull, you ain't got the pull.
I don't know. People they're just opposite. I'm always looking for something. So I'm always staring. I'm staring at you like I'm always looking for something. I'll be like,
You gonna give me a word.
Going there, I was like, expectations.
Only time I stare is if God tell me to do something. And I'll be like, is that really you, God?
So like if you want to tell me,
a few weeks ago, he told me to go hug Sister Cherie, and I didn't do it till the next week. But it confirmed I was supposed to do it then because the movement would have been,
Yeah.
Because like the one Sunday, like the last Sunday I actually did it, I had to do it 2 p.m. Like I was going through it, so I was just like crying, but I was like worship crying, like God, whatever you gonna do, you gonna do it in this service. So I'm gonna do it. And like I remember Pastor was like, just keep pulling on me. I was like, I really want to know. Like I was just crying because I was trying to get what I need before 2 o'clock. It was crazy because it was like spirit to spirit. Like she felt everything I was going through, but I was not intentionally like I was just like I'm gonna get everything I need in this service, so 2 p.m. could go the way I wanted to.
Right.
Like, just God, please, I need you to do this. I need to work this out. Just keep moving. I'm just trying to get what I need to move to. Like, that's it.
yo.
Because it's crazy. Like the hit that I was taking with that particular message. Like I was like, just give me the 2 o'clock, Jesus. Like, give me 2 o'clock. Let me see what I got to say, and then go home. Like they get it. They don't. Like I was just like, nah.
I don't think I've ever been hit over the pulpit though.
Oh man.
And like never like, and it's funny because I think most of the time it's because usually when I'm at somewhere where people start getting hit, I'm with Jess, so they always get Jess.
Because he was usually with me when he had a hospital.
Every single time.
And that was the season. Hitter every time. Like, and when I say every time, didn't matter. Light, dark. I changed my hairstyle every time she saw me. Like hidden in the back, in a hoodie.
Right.
Still got hit. Yes.
After a while, I was sitting there like, how much you getting next? Because like you keep getting hit, so like.
It was a back to back. Like it was like me, Daniel, and Sharita, and it would just be like, yo, there are 2 other people sitting.
People say I don't respond.
You don't?
When people prophesy and talk to me.
You take it in.
No, for real. Don't get too excited. You feel me? Get excited.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like,
I think it's something to get excited about when you know. Like
I be waiting for people to be off.
He's like, no. No.
I don't see that.
I had to learn to not go based on their reaction.
Got you.
Because there's been a couple of Sundays, like, God has given me something to tell somebody, and it was no reaction whatsoever. And I was like, did I miss? Like, did I miss this guy? like, but I straight like, yo, did I Chris Bosh this joint? Like, and like 2 weeks later, they was like, you was so on point. Like, I was just, so, like, I have just learned. Don't watch the reaction.
The fact, and then I learned to stop pre-apologizing. And over apologizing. I'm gonna do that. I'm just on I'm on something.
It's okay.
I'm gonna say what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say what I heard. I'm gonna drop it right there. I just
Mic drop.
I'm just not pre-apologizing. Can I get a commercial?
Come create at Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. Poetry, improv, comedy, music, and more. Hanley Studios, available for renting. We have lights, sound, and stage equipment. Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. We provide live streaming. For more information, call 716-371-2780, extension 2, 716-371-2780, extension 2.
Fire 716 Radio, serving the best in urban and inspirational music.
You got beef with how that got? You good. You got beef, what's you got?
Yeah.
They were like, dang, Frank, I'm sorry, I just can't
give everything away.
These details, okay? I already called one pastor out a few weeks ago.
By accident.
But I ain't seen the one to post me. I said, Lord, it was somebody post. I don't know who post he was on. It was somebody. Was it Lady Peace? It was on somebody's post. I said, who? There's that name. Yeah, good morning. It's just,
It is about being unapologetic, especially when I have just learned that sometimes God will insert things in your message that you are just not. Like the last time I had, and it was uncomfortable because last time I did 10 a.m. Like I had notes, boom, 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 and it was just stuff that God was dropping in it. But the look on the people's faces when I was saying, don't look at their faces, just stare at Frank. So God said this, I was just legit staring at Frank the whole time because it was different. It wasn't like, it was an encouragement, but it was also like a correction. And I'm not used to giving correction messages like that.
Gotcha.
Because like, for me, Bishop was the corrector in his messages. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to do that. Y'all don't want to praise him. Like, so like correction messages, that like part of the correction message was just really, really uncomfortable. And I was like, messages of correction.
I'm like, God, what do you mean by that? All right.
Because you are your father's son and you don't be caring.
Because if this is the plate that is going to assist you in the development and the transformation of your life, what I look like holding back the meal that you need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're experiencing that yours and it's on my hands. Let me give you this food.
Yeah.
Let me give you what God gave me to give you. And not add nothing extra to it. That would be messing up. You gotta add no gravy to it. You over here mixing flour and stuff. My mama's doing extra work. But delivering that the people what they need. And whatever that is in that moment. Okay, God, this is what they need. This is it. And for me to hold back or to try to lighten the blow. No, this is what it is. I had to call people out directly. Listen, you're doing too much. You say you trust God, but you're not moving. Like legit, you shut up and start doing what you're supposed to do. You're so fast.
No, there's aggressions to the. There's different levels to the shut up. It's like, dude, shut up. Then it's like, bro, shut up. Then it's like, dude, shut up. Then it's just shut up, like with the hands. Shut up.
The biggest one is when it's broken down and just shut up.
That's that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fed up. I'm tired. Just shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just shut up.
I guess why people have issues with the show. Like I've had my moments where I said something that was just that I seen, it was just on my heart, and I just said it, and then like it was just took like real bad, and I was like, Lord, maybe I just said that because I seen it. I didn't say it because you told me. And so like after a while, you see something, you're like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let God just deal with it. And that's facts. But then he'd be like, nah, why don't you say something? I'm like,
I ain't got no more cutting nobody. I've been cut. Sliced and diced with a price, and it wasn't nice.
Big girl, right?
Yeah. Kelly Price. Ooh! No.
I could have swore this dude just said Finding Nemo on the song. Like, that's how you know you tired. When you think like he's Finding Nemo.
Niembo.
Oh.
That's his name.
I was like, did this dude just say Finding Nemo? There you go.
No, Matt 44 is his name. Neo Pompey is the name of the song.
Because everybody's like, you find nigga Nemo. Okay. You better go find your Nemo.
About to come in.
That is funny. That song is actually kind of fire.
Right. I didn't want to let it go. I'm like, nope, we gotta come in.
We might need to come back to that.
No, for real.
Jay Serious on you.
What's good, everybody? You already know what time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. And on this beautiful morning, temperature is supposed to be 80-something degrees. You know, I want to talk about, is it an attack or is it consequences? So, you know me and my life of mentorship and always being about the people and trying to help them.
Yeah.
I've had some different situations where people have called me and like, oh my God, I feel like I'm under attack with this. And I feel like this is the enemy coming after me. And this is, you know, something that, and I'm like, but is it really the attack or the consequences of your actions coming back to where you are? Because at the end of the day, yes, God does make everything new, but just like you throw a stone in the water, there are ripples, and we are not necessarily exempt from the full consequence of what we got, but there are some consequences, and sometimes we don't want to embrace the idea that your actions perpetuated a certain situation, and now you are where you are. And you call it an attack when it actually is a consequence. You can't mismanage your money and be in a place of, you know, financial situations and then pray and ask God to make the way. And then you get mad and say your finances are under attack. No, it's your bad money management. And it's a consequence. So you going to McDonald's every day for your kid and now you're broke. You know, it's a natural, now it's a consequence why you are in a financial situation. You can't say, oh my God, this is my finances are under attack, and you do not tithe. This is a consequence of your actions. Everything that is going on in your life is not an attack of the enemy, because I'm going to be honest, and this may come off rude, some of y'all are not that important that the enemy is thinking about you. But like, let's just be honest. If you are really not a threat to the kingdom of God, to the kingdom of darkness, the enemy really ain't fooling with you. So some things that you are dealing with now may be an attack. I had a family member that I love dearly, and he was out here in these streets, and he caught AIDS. Yes, God made all things new with him, and he got his life together. He got saved. He became a minister, but he did die of AIDS. It was a consequence to his action, because when the Lord told him to come out, he didn't come out, and that was his consequence. Losing his life at an early age. So everything at this point is not necessarily an attack of the enemy. It just may be a consequences of your actions. So I just need you in this Big Girl Chronicles to take an evaluation and ask yourself, is this really an attack or is it a consequence of you? Mm-hmm. Because you're beautiful.
Yeah.
You're intelligent.
Yeah.
And you're graceful.
Yeah.
But it might be you.
It might be you. And I go back to this all the time because this has been echoed in my spirit for the last several months, if you will. That was a while, it's only a few weeks. But it's the fact of how to change your mind. And once you realize, this is the result of my behavior doing this. Okay, let me rearrange this behavior. All right, God, what you want to do? But it's like you have to identify that there's a problem. You got to be able to see it and change it. But definitely valid on point. Listen, the question of the day when we get back is, what do you do when you've done all you can? And hey, tonight you can't make it through. It's not R&B, right? What do you do when the assignment? Mm-hmm. What do you do with the assignments?
Wants to become your boo.
Oh, wants to become your boo. I was like, wants to be what? What do you do when the assignment wants to become your boo? No, we're talking about it right now. It's going down 5-7-1-6 Big Frank in the morning. Let's talk about it.
There is a backstory to it.
Don't do it.
Huh?
He said baby wife.
Don't do it. Do not boo the assignment. I can tell you from situations ago, I can tell you from those who have moved on the assignment, and the basis of the relationship does not last because it is based on the fact that you were a help, but now I'm no longer in this place. Now you no longer have relevance. Now we're trying to figure out why we even together.
I'm helping you, and I'm still helping you, and I'm wondering why I'm still helping you, and this shouldn't be helping you anymore. Like it should be
right.
If we're gonna be together, I can't be just helping you.
Right. What is the reciprocation?
Not continuously, but
I'm talking about,
it has
like
to be
how you was helping to help right. The assignment, and you still taking tests and giving out quizzes every Friday.
Giving out.
Yo, still giving quizzes every Friday. I'm just saying, wow, you can't be in a relationship giving out quizzes every Friday. That's all I'm saying.
I am a quiz taker.
I'm not.
Don't come to me, wife, if you watching all of it. With any like, oh, this is the trend. This is well, you will feel every time.
Why are you?
You know I'm petty because my wife has sent me a text. I'm snitching now. She sent me a message. It was like, "What would you do if I leave?" And I was going to say, "Baby, God got me." That's not what I said.
Right, that's all.
But that was like,
my first thought was,
if you choose to divert, I might be broken. I'm going through this. That's broken and hurt, but God got them. It's not. So I just heard that first body told I'm broken and I'll miss you. I'll be devastated. So it was just a test. Okay, I figured it was a test, but I'll even know. But I'm different, so I go into it's layers to this. What's going on mentally? Where you at mentally? Like what's the word? I get the digging. It was just no. Where we at? Would you talk to me?
You can't ask me questions like that because the first thing that came to my mind is what I'm gonna say. So you don't say something. Bro, it's like, oh my God.
You got me to a place.
Like that's how I feel. And like what happened with Frank? He said how he felt.
Oh man. Yeah, it'd be bad. But like, you want the real answer or do you want the I love you answer?
Right.
I told her whether it go left or right. I'm gonna be good.
Okay.
I'm gonna be straight.
Good morning, kid. I'm looking late, but still good morning.
I'm like, okay. I'm gonna be like this. I'm gonna be. Turn to a whole music video. You ask the question, then get black. Let's come up like I beat.
Yo.
He's like, what you gonna do if I leave? I'm gonna eat a snack and let you reevaluate your decision. You got 30 seconds.
What's the storyline of this whole
question?
Hold on 1 second. Oh my God.
I'm not of the world, so I guess I'm a foreigner.
So I actually
I'm not of this world. I'm gonna put the 4 in her. Oh, I'm trash.
Wait, right together. I'm not from here, so I'm gonna shoot you.
Yo.
I'm not from here, so I'm gonna shoot you.
I'm gonna just shoot you.
That's how I like. That's how I go. That's how I go. Battle rap.
Exactly.
If you was somebody else,
slow down. I just dished you.
If you was somebody else and you said that, I might be like, ooh. He say he ain't from here, but he's still gonna put the 4 in there. What's up with you now? Depending on how much aggression he put into him, he's like, yeah.
Oh, he bounced it. And then low key, everybody that battle rap each other is low key cool with each other.
They all cool with each other.
Like,
real spit. I shoot you in your face now.
They got it. But my thing is, I was like,
Yo, we gonna get sandwiches after this?
we gonna eat up it.
I was like, yo, some of these battles, I know you had to have conversations before y'all went on this, yo. I'm about to say some wild stuff, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Morning,
talk about your mom in this battle. Don't
like,
get mad.
I'm about to tell you that your mama don't love you, but I know she do. I know she do.
It was already
I
We was playing cards like last week.
Like everybody has these conversations, like, bro, it's fine. Like, it's just.
I know we was just at dinner at mom's house last night, and I know she up in the VIP,
you know.
but I'm talking about mom tonight. Don't get mad.
You be like, you know, he was like, I was just over there.
It's
You
just
told me something real.
It's just rap.
You told me something real personal. I'm about to use that.
Somebody was like, murder movie. I just told somebody like, don't talk about my head. Just lost his mom or something. Don't talk about mom or whatever. But it's the rap. It is what it is. It ain't that like.
I already had the bar.
You can tell like when it's hitting somebody, like dang, they kill it. You want to fight?
I know you put your bed till you was 15. Yo, bro.
I told you that, bro.
Man, I told you that. Out here, yellow sheets. Out here, yellow sheets.
Because I was like, whatever. When I first
call you out, yellow
what
sheets.
did he say?
I was like,
Something about being. I'm not random.
I was like,
being pussy. One of this.
I was like, man.
Yes.
He keeps talking about killing your daughter. Like,
No, the disrespecting battle rap. I take your daughter. What?
You keep talking about walking in your house and killing your daughter.
Right.
Every time it's
Down. Sorry, let's leave that rap down for those who know we're.
I feel bad because I'd be like, it's a bar though. Like,
Right.
Like, you can't even be bad. Like, if somebody said it to me, I'd be like,
Dang.
I
He said he had your he was like, your daughter tied up in the Brooklyn basement. Oh, word? That's how we giving it up,
you start texting your girl. Like,
Where is our daughter exactly?
Right. Where you say she was at?
Right.
Daycare?
She said she was at, call Keisha mama and see if she with Keisha.
Okay.
What?
No.
We went to
Negro Chronicles.
She at your mama's house.
Like, no, call Keisha, make sure she there, because I don't trust her. No, the backstory.
Yes, the backstory.
So I actually wrote this post in 2012. So I was, at this time, I was probably going through this situation. It said, okay, so interesting question for you guys. If you've been helping someone, showing them God, they rededicated their life to God, and now wants to be with you, what would you do? And based on the year, I think I know who this person is.
No.
You can't.
No.
They gotta at least be in the game for 10 years.
Not be in the game for 10
Like,
years.
Because it wasn't I think I posed the question because it wasn't a fresh salvation, it was a rededication.
You feel me?
No, you just came. You've been on crack. You just got back.
You back everything.
You got to get past non-stealing. You got your whole life got to do. You still in recovery, okay?
You still having withdrawals.
Right. You cannot smashing assignments only yields just not good stuff.
Problems.
It's just a problem.
Assignments failed grade.
Yeah, and I've seen assignments become marriages, and it just don't.
And it failed.
And it failed. It failed. No, and it failed. Okay. And no, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, you need to be where you need to be, spiritually, mentally, solely, before you connect with somebody.
Like the only way that would be kind of okay is if you know you're a pastor, your assignment is the whole church. Just that your wife is at the church. Like, you know,
I wasn't even saying that, because what I heard was, you're the pastor and your assignment is the whole church. And your wife is at the whole, it's just
the whole church. That's like a recovering alcoholic going to a bar, go to the 3 days into recovery.
And then you got to question the dedication. Did you dedicate for God? Or did you dedicate for me?
Yeah.
Did you run back to Jesus so you can try to see if there's any more room for you? No. Like, did you? Because there's people who have run to the altar, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours to get back to you. Right. Just to try to get to somebody, and then what happens is when that doesn't work out, now you mad at God again. Listen, I took the girl from Buffalo to Maryland because she made me a little guy in her life. I failed that.
Listen.
Should have been over here playing. Moved church and moved out of town. Okay, you know.
Cause I think I know what the situation was. Cause I think at the time, the person was like, cool. They left God. they was like, okay, I'm not trying to go to hell. Like a message was just like, hit them. I don't want to go to hell, but I need help actually getting back. Cool. You know me. I'm not gonna let you go to hell. Went through the process. Person gave the life back to God. A couple months later, I was like, a couple months because they didn't go to our church. So it was like, well, at my time, that was my church. So it was like in New York. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. A couple months later, how's your walk going? Oh, it's good. Man, I'm just grateful for you. Yo, I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't tell me you went back after all that work. Because that's that's what I was thinking. Like, we praying and crying and praying. Like, don't tell me you went back. And it was like, nah.
That's why. I was praying and crying.
And it was like,
so you're carrying.
Like, and I think it was the influence. I do think it was the influence of their pastor too. But it was like, nah, like my pastor said something about like the person that has been like the most central person in your life was the one that you're supposed to like marry. And I didn't think he was off because I did start to fall in love, have feelings for you like last month, and I was just like, nigga, you ain't my husband. Like it wasn't like
because what happens is something, and this is the point.
I like the anointing is attractive. I don't think it's.
You have to know when to send them. All right. Frame this in yourself. Don't send it to yourself because I've been in the hardest season of my life. I'm going through hardship. You've come in. You've come in with the rescue plan, plan of action. You're helping to execute this. You are that figure. You're that. Yes. As long as you're that. Now that you've taken out of a place, there's not a hole. There's a void. Sorrow has been taken. Boom. Now I'm open to. My heart is open.
Right.
The person that's supposed to fill that void is God, but God does not release that physical touch. So what you're missing is that public display of affection and the physical touch. And your mind doesn't know how to process, oh no, God loves me, but he's not touching me.
Yeah.
So now you have that figure out who God is again for real. And to know that he does send hugs, he does send touches, and you have to be able to process that this touch, and this is the touch of God, this ain't the touch of me trying to touch it. Right.
Touch what?
Shadette said the pastor needs to be careful how he works it because that wasn't what he meant.
Right.
And then, like the thing is, we have always been cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We've always been cool. So I don't know if he took it like because I was a constant in his life. Because like I've always, and this is gonna come off. I've always been the friend of guys, but not like the girlfriend. Like dudes is, I'm the homie. Like the dudes is cool with me. It is what it is. Girlfriends hate me. It wasn't my fault. Like
I think that the pastor's generalization of the words is I don't know if it's direct. Oh, they the one. These are some components that help you figure out if somebody is right for you. But we can apply that to somebody in the moment
because that's how we feel.
Because I'm married with 3 kids and a beautiful wife. But I don't call 16 females the ones. You the one, you the one, you know. You the one.
Everybody's the one.
Christina, you the one. You the one. Look at that chair. Yo. Secretly red, you know you are. You the one. You know, it's just crazy. Crazy. It was crazy. I need to go right
We'll be back.
Be right back.
Come create at Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. Poetry, improv, comedy, music, and more. Hanley Studios, available for renting. We have lights, sound, and stage equipment. Hanley Studios, 545 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York. We provide live streaming. For more information, call 716-371-2780, extension 2, 716-371-2780, extension 2.
Fire 716 Radio, serving the best in urban and inspirational music.
It wasn't even right there, but no. It wasn't even right there. It was right there. We had peach, something. Peach, well, not schnapps, something. Peach Moscato or something like that.
She said ATP guy is
Gallo?
gonna have to tell me.
Peach Gallo.
She said ATP guy is gonna have to tell me himself who's my guy because these tell everyone God said you my wife.
Listen
to me.
I'm gonna write a pamphlet. not a book, it's favorite, called The Game. Okay. Because we understand.
But sometimes, I don't know. See, but the only issue with that is that, but then when he is though, like,
right. Like, you gotta accept it. There are authentic.
Yeah. I
didn't use the term, you're the one.
Facts.
But when God revealed Tyra to me, I fought. Like, no, you don't want to violate this pure connection.
Right.
But he revealed it to me, and then I accept, like, it's a done deal. I said, God, if this is really you, you have to provide some stuff. But I purposely didn't use the words, the one. Okay, this is not Neo. This is not the Matrix. And what I realized is that it's a part of the Jesus game.
Right.
It's a part of spinning.
I've never used it.
You've captivated my attention.
God showed me you.
God showed me you in a dream. Booty butt Nick look next to me. No, that was a little bit. That was perverse.
No, because oh God.
Yeah, tell it.
I'm trying to tell it without telling it, just in case the person is watching
right now.
Just in case the person is watching, I don't want them to get a. So I had a person tell me, and you won't know who it is. I had a person tell me I was in prayer about my wife, and you called. I was asking God who my wife was, and then you called, and it felt like confirmation for me that you were my wife.
I'll be like,
because he was like, he said, he was like, no other time have I been praying about my wife and a woman has called me. He was like, but you called me right at the moment I was like, God, show me my wife.
Irony.
But then proceeded to play me after that. It was like, oh, she sweated me. First of all, nigga, have you seen me? Like, bruh, like literally.
I was like, no.
She said, thank God for the calling because I ain't falling for the hype. And then she said that ninja was running again. Here's the thing, Shabbat, I didn't want this guy. Like, when I tell you I did not want the guy, in the one moment God was like, open your heart to the situation. I fought God for months. No, not my type. Do the pump. Nope, can't do it. And I opened my
do the pump.
Not here.
A pump.
Oh, yeah, pump. So my hearing today is just
I said, do the pump. He ain't strong enough. Nope, this ain't gonna work. And like, no. But yeah, he pulled and he was like, that's just really strange because I've been praying about my wife for years. And then the one time I asked God to show me my wife and you called.
Desperation.
That would have caught me off guard. I might not have tried to holler, but I would have told you, like, yo, man, like, I was just praying about my wife. Like, you called me. That's crazy. But I probably would have left out there, like,
my response was, okay.
I'm like, that's one of those things.
I don't know what you want me to spot.
That's one of those things you just gotta let sit and
right, that's why you got that. Now, you know, the apostle had you the one, you know, you my wife, right? He said, I know I am. But it goes all against the host. That's a great by itself.
He says they the main ones. You ain't even my type, and I gave you a chance. And you, oh no, he didn't play me. He tried. I got brothers who keep it real, so they like, let me put you up on some stuff.
So,
and because he knows who it is, it's real interesting.
It's just I don't know. I'm trying to think why I lied.
I have been 15 people's wives.
Because you know we don't even know that we've lied.
I've been more people's husband based off their mother's feelings.
I have legit been 15 people's wives.
Yo. Listen, I told you one mom went to their parents. Like, I think I found. Nah, baby girl, you only trying to say the same by grace, and I'm in the place.
You just want to say the same by grace. I'm in the place. I love it.
Like, she's like, I found love.
That's a good one.
No, you lost it. You lost it though. I found love on two-way street, but you lost it that way. But no, I don't think I'm a good man. I don't just. It's our agenda. It's what we want.
Right.
It's us over. I want to satisfy what I want over what the responsibility is.
Yeah.
Red Cat was never supposed to bend, and I knew.
Clear no.
I was serving the Lord washing the window. And he said, don't do it. I said, God, I can't hear you well. Say it again. God don't do it. I'm gonna try it anyway. I'm not gonna be afraid in this season. I can't be scared in the season.
You have not given me the spirit of fear, Lord.
That's so bad.
But applying the word
so bad.
Boom. And then it was just wrong.
That's so bad.
And went engaged in that and tore my life up.
That's so bad.
Tore my life up. And then the situation prior to marriage. I don't know my life. That
3 and 5.
I knew that was a no before I pulled off from the house. Okay, before I went, I told my brother, my best friend at the time. I said I'm about to go to this house. Now I said if I go over here and I dive into the elements of this pool, I know for a guaranteed fact that this is not it. I get to the set destination, I go deep sea diving where I go. And I know for a fact, it's already been confirmed that this is not it. Yet, I proceed and I give the false notion that this is the possibility that you could be it. But I already know, because God deals with me beforehand, that this is not it. Now, before anybody gets all here slacking back and be like, you can't say that because God can't, because you don't have to not do things always the proper way, but she was it. Okay? But God told me that this was not it. And I went anyway, and I messed up my life a little bit too. And then, this is how crazy, this is the one I caught the best. Imagine, forget having a best friend and confidant, that after every false sensual encounter, that your accountability partner is the pastor's wife. Getting a phone call, direct line. It's like sneaky sin exposure. Like, how did we get here? I say it in a funny way, but it was the fact that I was putting my desire over and now creating a false narrative. And this is why the men of the church gets in trouble, right? And even leadership and preachers, because when you put your agenda above the assignment was for her son to mentor. Was never supposed to be playing indoors. Okay,
Shadette said that glory glow will have them thinking that they in love fall in love with who gave the glow to me, and your spouse will come.
Listen,
I have just. It is not my fault. My face looks like this. That is my excuse. It's not my fault. My face looks like this, and then God made me glow. It's not my fault.
Cause Frank look good, but he married. 2 + 3 is 5.
It's 5, y'all.
5. Friday 716, your boy Frank, Lucky the Big Frank in the morning. What is? What's up? I pray that your day is going well. Africa, Jamaica, what's up?
Did you see the video of the white people?
Yeah, oh man,
that white lady looks so excited to do it too. Like, bright, shining.
I said, where is the
all of that? You know what I'm saying? Right to the mic.
Yeah.
No, legit. I saw a video this morning. This lady of the caucus was in a wheelchair and she wanted to dance so bad. She hopped out of her wheelchair and the ushers were trying to hold her up while she was kicking her little feet. And I said, you better want to praise him so bad.
I think that the more this is what they do in release. I just feel like this is regular. I didn't hear the sound of the video, but I did watch it. And that whoever the usher mother sister girl had her on the side of her hip, and that girl I said, you better give it to a woman of God.
She was not stopping. Like, she's like, I'm going to give God this praise, whether I
dig it.
And I was like, yo.
She just might walk, okay?
Listen.
Shout out to Deidre Matt Random. She said she walked to the doctors. Just shout out to her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Progress.
And people don't say manifestation happens still.
Yeah.
It's going down. Listen, this is the question of the day.
Yes.
What do you do? What will you do when the assignment wants to be your move? Like, I dig it. It's good. The fact that you desire to be connected to me, I understand. It is my responsibility to dismiss, shut down, demolish any function of access. Because for me to engage, employ, or to take advantage of the fact that because people don't say that when you are single in ministry, this is why the Apostle Paul says, listen, I'd rather be married than to burn.
Mm-hmm.
But it is easier to serve alone. But if you can't keep yourself from destroying assignments, so it's like you need to, like somebody told me, Frank, we want to get married because Lord had to count me down for the next phase. I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about how foul I was. But God, I thank you. Because I never thought myself to be that person.
Yeah.
Never thought until you look back like, oh, Frank, you are not too far from what you talk about.
You never think that. You never think that. You're a bad person.
God would have to tell me that's it. Like God would we would and I mean multiple conversations. Multiple conversations.
So
I mean
funny.
3 prophets in the Lord.
What did I say? I ain't gonna tell you that.
In a Lord visitation. It's 3 confirming prophets who don't know each other in a Lord conference.
You know what?
Jessica out here Gideon.
I'll say this.
First make it wet, but dry around it. You gotta get dry with the sweater around it.
No,
prove yourself.
No, even with my wife, I was not necessarily receptive for it. Okay, all right, but you got to just go with, all right, got we going.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't get, this is it, and then it started off foul. I said, God, this is going to be another failure. And then I was chastised and dealt with. Yeah. Just far as this is God. If this is God, and this is you, you're gonna have to show. You got to make provision for this.
Yeah.
Especially where I was at. So, because even to be honest, I knew, but I ain't know. God, if you don't provide, it's not happening.
Yeah.
And I was talking real cocky. I was talking real set the date. We got it. Boom, bow, bow, faith. But God does it, and it's like sometimes we don't know.
Yeah. We
just spitting game. And I hate to say that even in the church house, and I can be deep spiritual and discern. We shooting shots to figure out too. Those are just shot words. I get in trouble. Those are shot words. Yeah. You the one. You the one for the moment. Okay, you're the one right now that I'm gonna focus on. Yep. You're the one right now I'm gonna come after. You're the one that I'm gonna hope and believe that this is successful for. I'm hoping and believing that you might just be the one. But then we find out that outside the spiritual, we're not cohesive. We don't grind. We don't grind. You should be grinding nothing, but we don't. You're not, and it's like it's weird. But the delivery of it is just crazy. Oh, you the one. I told you, so many the ones. Child, just call me. Y'all the twos, okay? Y'all the twos. But it's but the assignment.
You the number 13.
I would very say stay away from the assignment because that has false. It's misinterpreted information. Yeah. It clashes. So it's like, do you love them? Yeah, because it's the assignment. I love the assignment. I'm a cause of this. Are you a help? Yeah, I'm a help because I'm going to help you. Right. Oh, yeah, I want you to be better. I'm going to be there. I'm going to encourage you. Yeah, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Yes, I'm here for you. Especially as a single person, I'm available. I'm available to do this. So what happens is over time, you've processed my availability and my help as affection. Right. And now that you have this void now, maybe you dismiss somebody or now you're open to a feeling. Yeah. And God has to be that. And it can't be for me. It got to be for God. Because it's people who got full assignments, house, home, and marriage still play with side assignments. Yeah.
Messy Monday.
Messy.
Like me personally, don't pull up the assignment. Don't do it. Don't run. Don't. Yes, there are some exceptions to the rule. Yes, I have seen people marry their assignments. It's an exception.
The ones for right.
No,
it's an exception.
Because now it's always not. But you have to, and I say for anybody, you have to have discernment.
Yeah. And
you have to move based off of outside of emotional and physical phase. Like, look at this person for real and see. Me and my wife work because she's willing. I say it all the time. The fact that you're willing makes you a solidified candidate for this thing called love and where life is taking us. Yeah. But the moment that you become inflexible and unwilling, not to me, because we human, okay? Right. But to God, this no longer functions. Right. Because we don't work outside of him. Right. Because it's just bigger. My life is his. So if you feel like you need be out here and you do a 2-step backwards and slide out and be gone. I'm not saying I'm about to divorce you, but okay.
I'm gonna space myself.
But absolutely, I'm not going to stop doing my due diligence and my execution of pleasing the Lord. But this is why you need to know who you're connected to and why you're connected. Yeah. I believe she's not balanced. I believe she's the other side of Frank can be real suit up, tied up, booted, and all I do is preach, prophesy, and pray. Okay, and but you got to know. And my wife was not my assignment. Yeah. She's not my. Bishop was going to no more Holy Ghost. I called it.
I think I've only had that situation one time. But like it never came.
You will be on the couch.
but it never came. It never came like to that. Like I kind of put myself more like one of those you put yourself on assignment and it ended up being something that you just have to do now. You know what I mean? And then but it never got to that. So, but like I might have felt that at one point in time. I was like, nah, that's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, nah, that's stupid. So yeah, don't smash the assignment unless you know.
Unless you know.
Don't smash the assignment.
Let this assignment trans over into a partnership or something. Like let it transition.
I was gonna say, you can't go from teacher to student. You know what I mean?
Right. Let him graduate. Let him graduate, mature, and
you know what I mean. Get a job. Let it get a job.
I've had guys that I've helped because I'm not gonna stop being me in God, especially in this season of my life. But even in the past when I was not as fiery as I was for God, like I've helped guys get to, what do they need in God, and they're just like, dude, like I ain't never met a woman like you, man. And it was just like I feel like we supposed to be divinely connected. No, I'm supposed to help you get free, and then I'm gonna
divinely connected to get you free.
I was like, I'm gonna help you get free, and then I'm gonna walk away. Like I'm gonna connect you with some male mentors after this.
Because you don't want to be like a marriage for deliverance. We just deliver every day. Hey, I love you. You free. Hey, I love you. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm drained at home because we're just delivering. And where is the love? Delivering until because
it was to the point where it was just like, God, I don't want to help no more guys. Like and it wasn't like I don't want to do your will. It's like I don't want to help no more guys because like they just catch. And it's not like they come into the assignment wanting to catch feelings. It was just like she helped me at a point in my life and she been to support, so now I want her. No.
That application, they got to, and this is where I guess they have to be taught because you have to know how to apply what you feel is authentic, but where it's applied is wrong. Right. You're applying it to me. No. It needs to be applied to God.
Shadette said, I'm hollering Loveless Deliverance.
That's like a movie. Deliverance. But it's knowing where to apply the feelings that you feel. Because we apply them to people, and it really should be God. And people don't like the phrase, "Oh, make God your boo," but I get the concept. Because of the fact, yes, he's a father, but he's also somebody you've been intimate with, and spend time with, and develop and get to know,
and marry Jesus,
and get so in tune to him that you become him, that we are one, so that you can now identify. Okay, God, while on this earth, who's the partner that I can collaborate with to execute the assignment and keep moving forward, not be pulled off, not be distracted, because what we keep trying to do, you're trying to find love in a place that you're not even fulfilled by yourself.
Yeah.
You're not okay by yourself, but now you want to get with somebody to make them validate how you should feel. Mm-hmm. And you can't do that. So then you're
if you need deliverance in your meal, have you met my brother Frank?
Have you met Frank?
No. Have you met Frank?
And I say it because I've applied it so many times. And I'm gonna say this, and then and you can either tap in and not know, is that there's been time about me getting the presence of God, and I get so overwhelmed with his presence, but then I think about her because of the fact that this place that I need to feel, God's supposed to feel. But as a matter of fact, that was a lot. His wife, White, Bright, his wife, dream interpreter. Mm-hmm. His wife, come on, give me a name.
You talking about Bishop?
Yes. Yeah. His wife name is
Renee.
Renee, there it is.
I'm just like
white.
He's just like, I'm like,
Right. I thought you tried to do word association.
It's white.
And what she did was she did a dream interpretation. And what happens is every time what was happening, God was trying to move, but every time God showed up, the person that you were who you had in the way shows up. So God can't fulfill the whole because somebody else occupies the space. Mm-hmm. And what we do with the assignments is we get people occupying spaces that God's trying to fulfill. Right. So even when you're in the presence of God trying to get God, you get a piece of him, but you don't get the fullness of what he is because they show up. Right. Or you get out of that, you feel extra love. You feel like I feel extra need. God said that needs to be applied back to me. Mm-hmm. Reciprocate the love that I'm giving to you back to me, not to them. And what we've done is we've taken God's love. Oh, God, he's been here. He's felt it. And we take it and we give it and we apply it outwardly to somebody else. God's going to give that love back to me. And that's a part of the reason why it's time in class.
The cash after that is, that was she said passing the offering plate.
No, it's just
the cash app is fire.
And this is the thing, but these are the things that we don't really talk about. Mm-hmm. We always get the bad side of the assignments and the smashing and the clashing. But what's really happening in our mind and emotions? I told somebody at the gas station recently, I said, I was a doctor, I said I got a clean bit of health, but my body is going through, I said, what's happening is you're spiritually going through a season of your life and your body doesn't know how to respond. So now it's giving off mixed signals. Mm-hmm. So your brain waves, and I don't know, I'm going to do more study on this. Your brain speaks and sends signals down your back, which then tells everything what to do. It is it is the chords. But if your mind is going through one thing, spiritually, it's trying to figure out what signals do I send. Where to tell the body to respond that something is off, something's not right, something is different, things are changing. I don't know. There's been a dramatic shift in the body mentally that I can't identify physically. So now I'm crossing mixed signals. And then the body responds in such a way, it's like, oh, my leg is hurt. Oh, I'm in pain. Oh, my back. Somebody said this recently, and I got to shut up because I got to go. That a lot of times if you're having back issues and the corner, yes, it can be just sciatica, those things, but sometimes it's because you got financial problems. Mm-hmm. But the body doesn't know how to process that. Someone give you a back pain in your back. They said, this is not studied. I just heard this. And I said, you know what, man, you just might be valid. Like, you know, and
so my back hurt.
Listen, we gotta go because I'm about to drop something off real quick and I gotta get out of here. It's your boy Big Frank. If you're listening on the radio, I'm so sorry. Tune in to Facebook, YouTube, watch us later. It's going down. Far so Big Frank. Good morning. Let's go.
She said you better teach.
I was talking to Angela at Asker's. Mm-hmm. I can move my mind with this one, okay? The rainbow.
Okay.
The rainbow identifies the promises of God, period. Outside of what the world is doing. The promises of God. He says that the conditions have to be right for the rainbow to appear. Mm-hmm. Right. But then he says, but the rainbow is always here. He says, if you take water right now, at a certain angle across your face, it'll appear right now. Which now states that the promise was never gone, that we are legit living and moving in the promises of God at all times, but it takes certain conditions to reveal that the promise is here. So which now talks to just living life as a whole. What you're going through right now is just God giving you the conditions to reveal a promise that's already been here.
Wow.
So the word and the prophetic word that I've given you are promises that I've already given you these things. And they're already here. You're just waiting for the conditions so you can see it. But it's already here. I told Angela, I said, listen, if you was a black man in the culture church, a little ha-ha, I would church go up.
Yo. Hey.
But when the hose joint, I said valid. Right. If you get that hose at the right angle, you get that mix right, the rainbow shows up right in front of your face. Yep. Which means that even if I move, it's always here. It is the conditions that reveal the promises. Facts. Now pause here for 2 words. I gotta go. So what's happening now? We're being conditioned just to see the promise that is already here. I said, God, you gotta be kidding out of me.
Legit.
It's all. I said, God, I don't know what you're supposed to do. God, I don't know if eviction is coming. I don't know if transformation is coming. I don't know if a new house is coming. But whatever it is, it's in the promise and it's already here. God.
Yeah.
You're just trying to condition me to see that. Oh.
That's great.
You're just trying to condition. You're just trying to condition me
to
see it.
Wow.
That's got to be a word.
That's a whole
That's a whole word.
If I'm,
We leaving the church after that. We done.
That's a class.
That's it.
We done.
That's
You're
a class.
conditioning me to see it.
Facts.
5 minutes. 5 preacher. We go home.
Facts.
Go home after that.
That's how we closing out today.
You gotta say it.
You got everything you needed from this radio show.
No, but listen, that's
At 9:08, we're shut down. You got everything you needed today.
so if I'm designed to be a millionaire,
Yeah.
and I am, it's here.
There.
The promise is here. I'm just conditioning you to see the promise.
Something even crazier. So yesterday, that's what he preached. He preached on promise, on promises, right? And he was like peas in a pod, because promises and problems come together.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been promised something, a problem is gonna come to condition you.
Yeah.
Promise, right? You in the desert. It was like because Paul, they got shipwrecked.
Mm-hmm.
He got bit by a snake, and he just shook it off. There's he was a guy. He was like, while you in the desert, snakes is gonna come. They're gonna bite you. You need to shake it off.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all talking.
I'm gonna go.
As you walking out with your hoochie daddy shorts on.
Yeah, listen, that's just
Y'all talking to me.
No,
I'm not playing with y'all.
because when you said that, I said, sir.
Don't get on Jesus around me.
No, and it's just that's okay, God. Over this morning with no worry, but God, you got to do it.
Go on.
God, whatever you're gonna do by the 20th, you're gonna do it.
Do it. Do it.
I'm gonna do this, but you're gonna do it. Either I'm getting money to Iran, I'm getting money to move. But God, whatever it is you do, you're gonna do it. Period. You're going to do it. You're going to do it.
You're moving, bro.
You're going to do it.
I'm gonna just say what I heard. You're moving.
And what's crazy is because God gives me precursors. Don't ask me no questions. But before you come to me with any statement, He's giving me an answer for you already.
Fact.
And He does these things with dreams where He just shows me them. I told my mom, I seen
Our hoochie daddy shorts of God.
No, yes, they are. Yes, they are.
They
Because
are.
we are fearfully and wonderfully made. High calf is revealed. That is evidence that God has given me length in legs, that I'm walking well. But
This was we're going really well into the moment.
there are tears to this hoochie daddy attire.
I ain't no hoochie.
But you know what? Side note, they've always been here. These are
Our
not.
dads wore them.
Listen, these are
And they look
nothing.
ugly and reckless back.
No, but they were common. They was lit.
Not to your
Oh,
own.
no, this is where the text says in Leviticus not to wear poly and Esther. So the poly part is the poly part and not the Esther. That's not real. They wouldn't wear two different fabrics together. People that wear blended fabrics. Yes, because they were wearing certain kind of clothing in the Old Testament. That's
a real thing, bro.
They talk about not clashing linens because there was a time period.
Leviticus is his book.
There's a time period where the people were dressing in women's clothes and they were dressing a certain kind of way. That's why you get the pants and all this stuff. But
Yeah.
There were other things happening on the outside, but to make sure that you were different, I give you these instructions how to live well and to do better, to prove that when they saw you, they knew that you were a part of the issue. Yeah, you didn't say that. Don't get me going.
I was talking to somebody about Leviticus when I was up there. I said, you gotta understand that the Old Testament, the reason why God was like that was because Israel, they were reckless and they didn't have grace, they didn't have mercy. So when God made these harsh rules, you take them as God being some extremist. Right. No, it wasn't that He was being so extremist. He was trying to set you so apart that you could not be like how they was being. And it wasn't so much that if it was a sin or if it was not, it was I don't want you to sin, so I need to draw this line.
And not only that, and there are things that I was preserving you from. The reason why I'm telling you not to get tattoos, because at the time we gave tattoos, was the fact that they were channeling demonic activity. Right. You don't have the grace to have access to me daily. You can only get to me once a year or around a set time to atone for your sin. So for you to begin to engage in these activities, your deliverance, you got to hold that for a long time before you can even attempt to get the high priest to put his hand on the goat and to send it into the woods and cut something. So it's not guaranteed that you're going to survive to make it to the time of sacrifice. So I'm telling you, don't do it. Number two, for your health reasons, women, don't y'all do anything. You're going to be considered unclean because you have a menstrual cycle. And if your blood, which is giving out the detoxing of your body, touches anything else, now that becomes unclean, because if you take the risk of your blood and you infect it, touch somebody else's blood, now they infect it, now you infect the camp. So don't do nothing. These are not rules to put you into a place of bondage. No, these are rules to help you survive. Listen, y'all can eat just about anything, but I would say to y'all, don't eat of these things, because these things have a certain kind of toxin that comes with them that will cause a little more challenge. I don't know who has that toxin, but that toxin right now in my nose is why Leviticus is in the room. I know. So like, and I say all those things is because those elements.
Was it you?
Yes, it was. You gotta tell me. It is just growing.
And there's no windows in this joint. Like,
So I'm gonna say this. It happened like 5-6 times already. Nobody said nothing. I was good.
This one, growing like a monster.
I think you should drink some more water. Eat some
I gotta go. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Yo.
Man, when you prophesy and God does it, that's enough.
Lord. Drink more water and eat more vegetables, dude. Mighty God. That's your inside.
That's
your inside.
I legit been drinking water. Have a whole gallon. Well, I don't have a whole
I
gallon.
ain't gonna lie, but the more water you drink, the more you, I don't know why.
The worse you smell.
The more you fart, the more you gotta go to
Man,
that.
I drunk
Well, the water is flushing out the
like 75% of a gallon yesterday.
So you had some buildup, bro.
I'm thinking
That right there.
Day.
That's been simmering for a few years.
It wasn't nothing crazy either. It was just well.
That joint was simmering. Whatever was in your body was simmering for a few years. That is not fresh. Oh my God.
to switch to something random.
Like Shaded, like it hit us like a mighty wind, bro. I was really trying to like not make it evident, but like Frank said something, that was all the release I needed.
And it's back, like what's funny was I didn't know what he was talking about. What he talking about.
No, it came through this. It came over this way and choked you a little bit. Like Ike Turner choke.
Sitting at the end of the table.
Yo.
Yo, okay. That was yeah.
Sorry guys.
Jesus.
Good turn. Good old left turn. That's what those left turns you make with one finger. It was real fast one.
Yo.
She said the silence was deafening. Listen. I was defeated. I was defeated.
Speaking of defeat.
Yeah. Yo, I am so hungry right now.
Listen.
Hey, after that word, we could really be gone.
Wednesday we not gonna have a show.
Okay.
Because Kev got prior obligations and Frank is unavailable.
Right. All right.
No, I think Frank will be here.
He said
he's leaving Wednesday.
Yeah.
Right.
So there will be no show on Wednesday.
Right.
So for our viewing audience, there will be no show on Wednesday.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Aiden has a doctor's surgery.
Yeah. Yo, I am starving. I really want food. I'm getting like a headache. That's.
Hey man, let's just head right to the break. You know how to talk to you.
Listen. Right. We coming in, folks.
No, we need to still finish the show.
For sure.
I'm just like starving. Like, cause legit, like I had money yesterday that I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this for breakfast tomorrow because I had like cash.
Mm-hmm.
And then guy was like, put it in offering, and I was like, bruh, I'm not gonna be disobedient. I'm gonna put this $10 in here. Like, I'm not gonna do it begrudgingly. I just had a moment like, for real, bruh.
All right, guys.
Dang. Like, cause it was just like you couldn't have asked like the 3 singles. You wanted the $10. Like, yo.
Couldn't be one for the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Right.
Had to give you my 10%.
I had to like I said, because people were like, don't give begrudgingly. I wasn't begrudging, like I wasn't begrudgingly giving. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna have this for breakfast tomorrow. And guy was like, get it $10. I
Alright,
ain't like, cool.
Alright.
Yeah, because it's been an interesting rough season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got,
my wife's still watching. I'm saying that, but
I got, New York State toll stealing money from people,
Yeah, that was crazy.
I am tired of paying I don't like how Easy Pass send you stuff when you go over something without Easy Pass, because how they can send you one if you go and you don't have an Easy Pass, right? I hate how they send it, but they don't send it right away. They send it after
after it built up.
Yeah, after the first drink was right, and I'm like, bro, I could have paid, the $2 to go over the fridge.
When I had my rental after my accident, they never read my tag, my Easy Pass tag. So they sent the bill to Enterprise, and the Enterprise billed me for it, and I was like, I had a whole tag. The tag was sitting right there in the front. Easy Pass never billed the tag. They just said they sent all things to rent center. So rent center was charging my car. Yeah, I mean Enterprise. Yep, she's hired. Fire 716. It's your girl Jay Cherie in the room with me. The Dark Knight.
Yes, sir.
Kev on air.
Yes, it is.
And Big Frank has left the building to Big Frank.
Had a word. He
dropped a word and left.
Drop.
If you were not following us on Facebook and YouTube, you are missing it.
You gotta go back and watch that one. That one for you.
That was the worst.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all get clippings of our litness on the radio. We are fully lit for two straight hours on the behind the scenes footage. But listen, we getting ready to get into these hot topics. Nipsey Hussle's killer found guilty.
Yes. Yep.
So he was charged with first-degree murder. He is going to jail. So, for Laura London, she finally got some justice. For the kids, they got justice. And he is looking at, I'm trying to pull it up. They have not sentenced to give him his years yet.
Okay.
But he was just charged with first-degree murder. He's found guilty. So his name is Eric Ronald Holder Jr. So shout out to the justice system, getting out here, getting some justice, and giving closure to the families. Sure. Former Japanese Prime Minister is assassinated. Shinzo Abe, Japan's longest-serving prime minister, died after being shot twice on Friday while giving an election campaign speech, sending a shockwave through the political establishment and the country. So I was looking into this story. He is a Democratic. Mm-hmm. He's a Democratic politician.
Got you. They don't like that.
And they don't like that over there.
They don't like that at all.
They say they do democracy. They don't really do democracy. It's technically not illegal for you to be a Christian, but it kind of is. So unfortunately, while he was campaigning, and he was doing democratic policies for campaigning, they shot him. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you were gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Facts.
The NHL finally has a black general manager.
Whoa.
After 102 years.
Now, real spit.
That's sweet.
That's awesome.
No, for real.
But at the same time, it's not surprising.
No, not at all.
Only the simple fact that one, hockey really wasn't a black people kind of sport. So
but it's a black sport.
No, what I'm saying is, but now black people come and play hockey and they is busting. You know what I'm saying? As I always tell people, white people, you only have so long.
Wow.
Until a black person.
No, for real.
It says Mike Greer is set to become the new general manager of the San Jose Sharks, becoming the first black man in history of the NHL Hockey League to hold the position. So shout out to Mike Greer. And he is not the only one that's out here making history. I'm trying to pull up the other story. Sorry, y'all. Sandra Douglas became the first president of a franchise for the Las Vegas Raiders.
Come on.
And she's a black woman.
Black woman. Get that,
Girl,
bro.
imagine.
I ain't gonna front.
And
No,
that hasn't happened in 140 and 102 years.
that's fire.
Oh, wow.
You know what's crazy though about that though? It's like I don't know why, but like Oakland just seemed like the blackest, even though they're not open no more, but like just seemed like the blackest thing ever for some reason. I think it's because of Black Panther. Black Panther, black people.
So we, black people out here making history.
Making it happen, getting that money, making the moves, showing interest.
But unfortunately, a mass shooting at a tavern in Johannesburg, Soweto Township killed 15 people and left others in critical condition in Africa. So unfortunately, they said that they pulled up in a taxi bus and started firing into the bar and killed 15 people and injured several.
One person or a bunch of people?
It was a couple of people.
Wow.
Which is very, very unfortunate because Johannesburg has been. This is not the first time in the last couple of weeks that Johannesburg has been hit with a mass shooting. So this is a somewhat funny story. I'm gonna drop this funny story before we go into our last serious hot topic. A woman got stuck in a bathtub for 30 minutes after bathing in coconut oil.
What?
Oh, she was slipping?
She kept slipping. It's like, so there was no grip whatsoever. She was just like, no grip, no traction. She said, she quoted, there was no traction, no grip, just me and my fat body slipping around in coconut oil.
Why did she fill it up with?
No, so she was like, it was coconut oil in her water.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she had like, okay, so if you're gonna do that, you need that like mat in the tub. That's kind of that grip. She had nothing, so she was slipping around and sliding for 30 minutes. Couldn't get out the tub. Like legit in my mind, she had like
aggravated.
Right. Like I'm gonna die here.
Like Respucia in the tub.
Just you calling people like, yo. Help. I don't know how you're gonna get in the house.
I don't know how you get there.
Please.
I'm in the tub.
But like in my mind, she must have been in like that deep tub where you can't throw your leg over and toss yourself out. Like
that's so bad.
She was just stuck. Like she finally was able to finagle herself out the tub after 30 minutes. I just think it's really, if you're gonna bathe the coconut oil, make sure you have those grips in your tub.
Yeah, make sure you have a mat.
Get old school.
Nah, you can't have a mat. You gotta have the grip strips.
Yeah.
The strips that you
something. You need to have something. I don't care what it is.
That gonna get slippery.
Or you gotta need to have that handle on the side.
Something.
That suction handle, pull yourself out. You know what I'm saying? But no. Last in Hot Topics, Pastor John Gray says that he's in critical condition right now. So the story is that he has a subtle pulmonary embolism in the pulmonary artery and he has more blood clots in his lungs. So at this point, they said he's going to need 2 surgeries within the next 24 hours, but he actually cannot move. Like he's not supposed to be moving in the hospital. Like they're not even letting him get up to go to the bathroom because if anything moves, he could die. But he did, somehow they sent out a message and was like, God is still able, y'all keep praying and things of that nature. And I honestly, the response of this has been positive, but also some people like, you may be getting what you get. Bruh, like this is not the time
to be petty,
to be that person. It's like I legit saw different comments and stuff like that, and it just came to mind where people was like, "Well, God had to find a way for you to stop cheating. This is not the time.
Not the time to be real.
Not the time. Like
have some decency.
I'm very proud of the major Christian people in the world who have been putting out the petition, who have been having intercessory prayer for him around the clock and things like that. Because at the end of the day, he still is a soul. Yeah. He still has a church. Their congregation is still a little nervous. And as somebody who has been in a position where we didn't know what the next step was going to be for our leader, this is not the time to be judgmental.
Not at all.
So
pray.
Bring in peace.
And if you're not praying, then shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
He got a wife. He got things going on. So keep the family in prayer. I really do pray that he does come out of this. He does come out of this situation victorious. And my prayer is that kingdom come, that will be done. You know what I'm saying? Let God be God, and whatever God's decision is, I'm definitely praying for the congregation and the family, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? When we get back, we're gonna get into some local news, and then we're gonna get into our final thoughts, and then hopefully we're gonna get this next. Yes. Here on Fire 716, Big Frank in the morning.
Gotta get back. I should have took ribs out.
You said that on Friday.
You should have what?
You said that on Friday. Like, I should have took ribs out. Day 2. Change the camera.
On Friday, went to see my father. He was watching a TV show, and it was ribs. They was making ribs, barbecuing.
Where you smell it?
At the TV show. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. And even in there, I was like, man, I should take ribs off. My dad was like, I might drop some ribs off at your house. I was like, oh, cool. Like, oh, yeah. Like, listen.
I got steak in my freezer, but I have been eating entirely too much beef. So it's gonna be chicken and baked beans and vegetables. Like I can't keep eating.
I go front. I'm tired of cooking. Like I'm cool. Like at this point I just want to barbecue. For 3 days and just have that food for the rest of the summer.
Cause like yesterday, I legit had chicken tenders and I attempted to eat some fries, and my body was like, "Oh, so you trying fries again? Like, what do we tell you? You don't really like fries anymore." So like, I lost my hunger. So I had like chicken fingers left over because like my body was pissed off that I attempted to try to eat fries again. It was like, dude, we don't like fries. Like, no matter what kind of fries you trying, like sweet potato fries, because I was like, okay, maybe it's just regular joints. Let me try. My body is like, dude, we don't like fries anymore. So stop trying to feed us fries, and then I lost my.
So, I think I'm done with the Taste of Buffalo for good.
I didn't go
until they dropped them ticket prices, not the price of the tickets. But
to buy the tickets to get the food.
No, not the price of the ticket. The ticket for the price for the tickets is $6 for 10 tickets. That's perfect. But it should not
6 tickets to get this and get that.
8 tickets to get this, get one item, bro. Like, come on, yo. No, I'm not doing that. But it's the portion size.
Yeah, that's
you feel me? Like. Don't give me a little bit of food for all my money. You get what I'm saying? Like it was this one spot. I forgot. I don't know the name of it, but
don't get me wrong. $6 ain't a whole lot of money.
It's not, but it's still. It's like, dang, bro.
You came out here to taste all this food.
They had a sandwich. It was almost like a pulled pork sandwich, but it wasn't pulled. It was like sliced, and the sandwich was legit this big, worth $10, 10 tickets. You can take my 10 tickets.
Right.
Please. This is going to fill me up.
Right.
I didn't eat the whole thing. But at the end of the day,
that's what it's supposed to do.
It did what it was supposed to do. I'm not coming in here to eat no
little one rib.
No, a rib tip. Like, no, bro. Give me 2 ribs for 10 tickets. I'll do that.
I didn't go like that. I didn't go because like mad people was like, they was like, yo, mad people going to Taste of Buffalo, you going? I was like, just in case there's a COVID outbreak at the Taste of Buffalo. Because like, no, we're not trying to be funny, but this is like the first big like communal situation. Like Juneteenth. What I mean is like
everybody from everywhere.
Right. Oh. Everybody from everywhere was there. Like
just fact.
So like I was like, like I mean for me, I'm personally gonna take the risk for an Italian festival because I feel like it's gonna be worth it. But like Taste of Buffalo, Taste of Buffalo, I was like, I kind of feel like there's at least 13 people there with COVID. And it's gonna be a surge at the urgent care of a bunch of people that caught COVID. Like I just really it's like, oh, I got a cold. No, you had COVID. Like, and you done spray COVID to the corn dogs and everything else. Now we got corn dog COVID.
You cannot get COVID.
You done sneeze on it, now I got a COVID hot. Then I got a COVID corn dog.
A COVID dog.
But no, like Italian festival, I am looking forward to.
Yeah,
Like I do want,
sure.
I would definitely want to go to that one. That's one of the few ones I actually.
Yeah, the Italian festival. I think I might call off work on
Word.
Saturday for.
Dude, you on the radio?
They don't.
Well, not right now. We don't
Yeah,
mind.
we ain't not even on my page. Like, you know.
But yeah, like I may actually like decide to spend time with my dad that day, and then like go to the Italian festival.
Especially now that it's back on Herd Off. That's the only reason. Like, if it was downtown, I'd be like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to the waterfront, y'all. Just not going.
Facts. I'm just glad it's going to be on her.
Yeah,
That's
Love
a fact. Yeah.
I'm gonna park at Denny's and I'm gonna walk.
that is the day that I'm gonna borrow my homegirl scooter.
Yes, that'd be a perfect day.
I am scootering my way through the Italian festival. Ain't no way I'm walking that whole joint.
It's really nice.
That's a fact.
I
I don't like big crowds.
That's
like,
why I went to the
walking
Italian
and
festival
bumping with no direction.
on the Saturday. Like, they was dancing there. Like, somebody had like put up like this
Speaker.
Then they had speakers, but they had like, you know, just cardboard. They was dancing there.
Oh.
I was like, this is lit. I was like, see, that's why I came here.
Fact.
That was years ago, though. Long time. I'm going this time because I'm just going to enjoy it.
I am actually looking forward to Juneteenth next year, and us being
Oh my God.
Yes.
Like,
that joint gonna be lit.
If we walking, I'm scootering.
No, we're not walking.
We're gonna
have a flatbed like
we gonna be
this year.
We're gonna be more together.
And it's gonna be able to
We're
drive.
gonna be more together. Like this year, we kind of was like, yo, we gonna do it, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna do it. How we gonna do it? And it was like, we ain't really even
show up. We gonna show up.
We just
be there.
We just was there. This time, we gonna have time. We
We're gonna have our own spot.
Everything
Legit.
Yeah.
So it'll be different. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be. Yeah, I can't wait for the. Man.
We need the flatbed that kind of like leans up, so I can like hop up and then put it back. No, because like legit, if you guys,
No, just get you a step stool.
we didn't. There was no video footage of how I got on top of that flatbed, but it was actually kind of funny. Like stepping up and then having Frank and Kevin trying to like push me up like I'm a kid going into like a jungle gym. And then rolling onto that backboard, and then like having to like roll and then turn and sit and pull myself up. Funniest thing ever. Like grown people don't need to be climbing on flatbeds like that.
Like the Rugrats over there.
Listen, so next year we're gonna have something that I can just kind of
Get you a little step ladder, you know.
and then walk right on that bad boy. Because it was really funny, and then to go through all that and then have to find a way off. Like that jump looked really far down when you're like when you're in your age. It don't look like when you were a kid. You're like jump off, like right. I got bones, and I was just like I am so scared to jump off the back of this flatbed. Like
you're getting older when you start where before when you was younger you used to jump off stuff. Now you be like if I jump off this, I'm gonna have to roll. That's all I know.
That's a
roll.
fact.
I'm gonna jump and roll to
Tuck and roll.
jump, you know what I mean?
Cause like in theory, when you look down, it's like, yo, the people like that's not that far. It looks far for me. Like I was just like holding on to Daniel and Kevin like, please don't let me drop. Please don't let me fall. Slide off. Jump was like, it wasn't even that far. It looked,
right.
but my knees was just like, dude, please don't do this to us. Please, please. We are just not recovering for real. Please don't. Yeah. So next year, excited for it. It's gonna be all the way lit, decorated,
better,
loud.
I'm gonna love it.
We gonna make sure our joint don't idle.
We gonna let
cut off.
We're just gonna not turn it on until it's time to cut off.
Fast.
Well, it was. See, that's the thing.
No, his alternator was bad. That's what it was. It wasn't charging the battery.
Yeah.
So.
Because legit, like they was like, oh, we getting ready to pull off. Cause he had it like on, but then he turned it off because we were just sitting there because they started late.
Right.
So he turned it completely off and we was just on top grooving or whatever. Then they was like, we getting ready to go. So he turned it on and we moved 2 inches and sat there for an hour and a half. Like,
yeah, that's it.
Got it going again. Got to jump.
Yeah.
But then he said it's not charging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
do it better.
Right.
Which in theory, I'm kind of happy it happened when it did and not in the middle of that jump off. Because that would have been really awkward.
Yeah.
Trying to move a tow truck
Right.
that can't deal with itself.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I was just like, no, it was just really awkward because it had to ride the van with the Blue Cross people.
Blue Cross. They're really nice.
He was like, thank you for your service. I don't work for them.
I don't work for them.
Sometimes you gotta take it. Like, you're welcome.
No, like legit. Okay, so like legit. So Blue Cross was like throwing candy and stuff out. This lady, it was so awkward. This lady, I was getting ready to throw the candy. I was like, I'm going to throw candy. Like I was telling kids I'm going to throw candy. None of these kids could catch. None of them. Like all the candy dropped to the ground. It's like dropped through or slipped through their hand, dropped to the ground. And so the kids went to go pick it up. She was like, no, if they want you to have candy, they have the common decency to put it in your hand. You are not a dog. And I'm like, ma'am, at one point this thing was moving. I'm not getting out this van to hand your kids some candy. And we're moving, like, right. So like when we stopped, the kids were like with their hand out. So I just like put some candy in my hand and just like was like run hurry up and run before we take off again. The mother was like, that's what they should have did in the first place. Don't you ever let them throw some candy at you like you're a dog. It's a parade. Like
when y'all hit a piano, y'all gonna pick the candy up off the floor? You gonna let them pick the candy up off the floor, right? Okay.
The lady who was driving, she's like, that was really aggressive. That was very aggressive. Because like all the rest of the parents was like, try to catch it. Like, and I was legit trying to give them time, like
right, throw it up.
Like, or I'd be like, stick out your hands, like throw it directly. I can't help it that your kids suck at catching stuff. That's not my fault.
You did that.
That is not my fault. Your kids don't have hand-eye coordination. That is not my issue. I literally threw the Smarties at your kid. Like it was the Tootsie Roll was coming at your kid and they still couldn't catch it. Not my fault. Like, but she was looking at me in my face while she was saying it, like purposely trying to dog me, man. I don't feel guilty. It's a parade and we throw candy. Like at Mardi Gras, they throw beads. I just need you.
She's so mad at you. Yo. So mad at you.
Like, were you upset because my driver was white? And do you think this is like what was the real issue here? Or are you?
It was a deeper issue.
Or do you just know your kid will never play football? It won't be your meal ticket. I don't understand.
She doesn't like things thrown at her.
I was just like, so your kid's not going to play football or basketball, so you have a meal ticket. Is that what you're upset about? This you just recently came to this discovery.
Right. Is this what's the real issue?
Because all the rest of the grandparents was like, oh, try to catch the candy. Like, and it wasn't like it was raw candy. Like, we wasn't out here with uncovered peppermints.
Right. Like, no, wait. Have you ever been somewhere people just throwing raw candy?
I have seen it before.
I've never been somewhere where someone just throwing raw candy at you.
Like, I've seen like peppermints thrown, and I was like, where is the
out the wrapper?
Well, because it was like the Dollar Tree joints that don't have the wrappers.
Didn't even know.
So you know the Dollar Tree joints that don't have the individual wrappers, and it was just like,
That's crazy.
I'ma just because you just came out the porta potty.
Right. Throw the bag. Just throw the whole bag. Don't stick your hand in the
bag and just
toss it.
Spread them like water.
Yo, because people, if they're being cheap, they'll go to Dollar Tree and get things like peppermint that's not like the wrapped one.
I did not know candy came
unwrapped.
Some of them, like some Dollar Trees still sell it. Like some Dollar Trees still sell it because it's been in back stock for like the last 10 years. They're just trying to get rid of it. Like.
So they sell y'all 10-year-old peppermint.
I don't think peppermint's bad.
No, they can't. I don't think so.
They sell like 10-year-old peppermint. They're like, put them in the front, put them behind the ones.
Put the new ones in the back.
Right. More like
the old ones in the front.
It's just more like chocolate than how they usually taste.
Yeah.
Or they try to like dip them in chocolate.
It's just like but I'm like, man, you are really being extra.
I want some steak.
I just random.
Like I just really want to.
Gonna get that for your birthday.
Because like it is not like I could go home and eat. Like I need to turn on my Uber app as soon as I leave here. Yeah. Because I need to drive for my life for the next 3 days.
Oh, I done with the pop.
Yeah. I got to drive for my life for the next 3 years. I mean, next
Like 3 years.
next 3 days.
Drive.
I got to drive for my life for the next 3 days. Because Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I'm going to shut down because I have to finish whatever the Lord can give me at this point. I got 2 good notes. Like,
Yo.
that's the thing. Like, legit, and like, welcome to the table. The preacher's play. I have been sitting on this text for a month. I have been like studying, researching for a month. Like, as soon as we got the notification, oh, I'm preaching on 17th. Been sitting on, God, what's the text? Been sitting on the text. I was like, God, I got 2 notes. It's been a month.
It might be all you need.
God was like,
Bishop coming through.
God was like, I'm gonna download. Okay, but I'm gonna need some other stuff before you download.
Don't worry about it.
I can't just be like,
All you need is them first 2. Dissect them a little bit. They turn into 4. So now you just
And now your memory verses is hitting you.
right.
Like,
You feel me?
you know,
separate
now
them
you
up.
talk about here.
Dissect it.
Now we there. Now we in.
so Pastor Kevin will be
Proverbs.
preaching my text on Sunday
Now
since
we
he
in
is overly
Proverbs.
confident.
It's not even. I know you got it. That's it. That's all. God ain't gonna put more on you than you can bear.
Out of nowhere, now we in Amos.
He said, "Fresh download. Say less, God. I'm gonna use these 2 notes. Stretch them out."
I was like, I'm gonna sit with this text for the next day. Sit with this. Because I can't be like, what are you gonna download? Y'all worship while I get the download. Like, nah.
Yo,
Y'all keep giving them
how
praise.
many times have you been in church where you've been in praise longer than you thought you would be in because somebody is like, I'm not sure I'm ready. Like, it's just like,
Why is praise and worship an hour? What are we doing here?
you know what I'm
Did
saying?
the guest not show up? No, he's been in the back
They
the whole time.
They stopped singing. Y'all worship a little. Y'all worship all after the song. Person came up, start singing another song. You're like, oh, okay.
So this is a musical now. Got it.
We are
But
in
yeah,
competition.
I was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sit with it.
We are in competition.
Sit in it.
Let it put it on your audio and let it play in your head.
Yeah.
On
People
repeat.
that preach before the preacher aggravate me.
People that preach after the preacher aggravate.
People that preach when they should be doing like offering or like a quick word of encouragement annoys me. You have a 2-minute window, if 2 minutes. You probably got 60 seconds.
You've been up here.
Say what you need to say and exit stage
You've
left.
been up here exalting for like 10 minutes, right? Like,
Like
The preacher over here telling
the preacher's just sitting there just waiting. Like, hold on, bro. Like,
no, Bishop Brown smooth with it. Like,
right.
next thing you know,
You're right, you get attacked.
You
You're
get attacked.
Okay, my bad.
that's it.
Oh, my God.
That is all. There's no worse.
That was the day.
Yo.
The next word you hear without
be from
Listen, because like I understand, like sometimes you have to give some kind of encouragement with doing offering. Like I get that.
Yeah.
And some people just ain't trying to offer. They offering willingly. I totally get it. But if it's announcements, I'm gonna need you not be giving your life story in the announcement.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it got really deep now on the way.
In your announcement, do the announcement. Like I just before I get these announcements, I'm gonna testify. That is not your sign.
Right now, if
I
you
did not
have
say that.
really got a word. If you really got a word, it's like,
But if you have a word right
That's
before
different.
you're getting ready to do announcements, we have people that you can talk to. Hey, I would love. Is it okay to say this?
Is it okay? Listen, guys.
Is it okay to release this?
Right.
Before. Okay. And either you're gonna get a yes or a no.
I'm talking about the
Hold
elders.
it till later.
The elders start preaching. Right.
Because like yesterday was God. You know what I'm saying? All of it, everything that she said,
Oh my
how
God.
she was led, and then what Pastor said yesterday. Like it was definitely led. It was definitely God. Let's go for it.
Erica's delivery is completely opposite of her. Like, if you get what I'm saying, like Erica is her. You can tell God is working with her confidence. You know what I'm saying? But when she speaks, it's like, I want you to get it.
That's because you wasn't at Whitley Place Chronicles.
That's a fact.
What?
Whitley Place Chronicles, when she used to have like prayer services and stuff at her house.
In her chill place, in her space.
Like, that's why I was like, it's different for you because you weren't at Whitley Place Chronicles.
Oh.
Like,
You know,
But no, she's giving
No,
me
but
like fresh deposits. and
everybody,
stuff, but, like,
everybody, I believe in this season that's like preparing for elevation has definitely grown a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
it's different.
yesterday, it was really funny. I'm not gonna throw her out there because she does watch the show, but like I actively saw somebody smiling watching me pray. Cause it was just like,
Yeah.
yo, she coming out of herself. Like, and even with Keith, like Keith grabbed Mike, yo, we got it, like before it was just like, can we bless the Lord? Can we give God some praise? He's like, I'm not gonna let him talk. We gonna get right into it. And God said, like everybody, I'm proud of.
Yeah.
I'm proud of how people are coming, even with Minister Chris, like
Just stepping in.
Like I'm proud of how we've grown, and it makes me understand more why Apostle transitioned. Because if he didn't, we would still be
He'll be our crutch.
where we were.
Yeah.
Comfortably.
Right.
Like, oh, we got years. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, like, it took that for us to kind of like grow up. But like yesterday, and Frank had said it before too, he didn't leave us knowing that we weren't equipped.
Right.
Because I know Bishop. If he thought we weren't equipped, he would have fought for it. Like, no, God, don't take me. Give me like 5 more years. Like, give me. But like, he left knowing that we were equipped. So watching the transition of everybody grow, everybody become who they're supposed to be, and like, even those who are not titled, so to speak, you know, I'm very proud of like people like Keita and, you know, India and some others. Like, I'm so proud of them. Just if you watch them, yes, I called you out. But like, I'm proud of their growth and how like they're really coming into themselves, and how like it's just been amazing to watch. So like, this convocation is gonna be super lit. Like, when I say this convocation is gonna be ignorant, like it's gonna be ignorant. And I'm not wearing makeup because I'm gonna cry the whole time watching Lady B being installed. Like, for real. Like, Fire 716, it's your girl Jay Cherie, starving but happy. In the room with me, Kev on air.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Yes.
We're all equally starving but happy. No. Cheerful.
We're happy and we're singing and we're hungry.
Give us a sub. We're like legit hungry but super happy, you know, on this Monday morning. Let's get into these local news. Niagara Falls man charged with 3 counts of criminal sales of controlled substance, but this was not his only charge. He had about 7 to 9 more charges. Like, the list just kept going. This was like the main charge. Like, when we came for your arrest, this is what we were originally arresting you for. But while we were here, we found 9 more charges worth of stuff. So for you, sir, you will not see the light of day. Okay. Congratulations. You're gonna be in jail for at least 20 years. Because he had priors as well. So
Lord, not the priors.
a dub. Also in Niagara Falls, a shooting at a 7-Eleven, outside 7-Eleven on 15th and Pine. I don't know what it is with Niagara Falls and shooting outside of 7-Elevens. Is this the shoot spot? Because like, we have reported at least 10 shootings in the last few months outside of the 7-Eleven. Like, it legit makes me never want to go to 7-Eleven.
Are people in Niagara Falls going to 7-Eleven?
Yes. Because 7-Eleven here, like, just driving around this area, I'm not 100% like Niagara Falls-ish, but like around this area, it seems like the 7-Elevens are like their corner store.
You know, bodega.
Something like that.
Replicates.
Yes.
So like, where we got corner stores every corner in Buffalo is like, yo, I'm gonna walk to the 7-Eleven real quick. So it's like, yo, Lil Ray gonna be at the 7-Eleven. Where we gonna pull up?
Pulling up.
So like, you know, unfortunately, there was a loss of life there. So I know it's warm, but we gotta do better. Also in Niagara Falls, police arrest suspect after standoff. Yo, so they legit came for the guy. The guy basically pulled like a "you won't take me alive" situation. Started firing off, but barricaded himself in a building. Like, You're not gonna take me. And then finally was like, I'm gonna surrender and walked out. Dude, you could have surpassed so many other charges if you hadn't just been like,
walked out.
Go and take me. Like, serious.
My man said, no, I'm going to place of glory. And
like,
bullets and I was like, dang, my place of glory.
You had a standoff with the police and legit was like, you know what, I'm gonna surrender. And it was after like an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How much time is it?
So it said woman shot in head with BB gun at Niagara Falls strip club.
I ain't gonna hold you. I was about to say, I didn't even know they had strip clubs. Real
talk, I did not know that either. So apparently, little Kiki was not twerking in
No, he threw 100. He meant to throw a 10. He asked for it back.
She said, nah. So he put out his BB gun and shot her. You gonna give me my 100 back? Pew, pew, pew. So somebody shot Candy. For not giving enough candy. No, that's not funny.
So not funny at all.
So bad.
I hope she did not, whoever the person was, did not sustain major injuries. But we just got to be safer out here in these streets. Yes, there was in Buffalo. There was a charge against the man who did the hit and run on the guy who hit him in the bike. So finally caught him. So somebody called the police and snitched, and they finally caught him. So while we out here enjoying the last bit of summer that we gonna have, because we all know July is usually the only month that we really have summer, y'all behave yourselves.
Come in and leave so fast. Like, come and leave so fast.
Stop acting up like while we out here. If you're a real thug, shoot in the wintertime. I'm just kidding. I am so kidding. The Fire 716 does not promote violence, does not promote gun violence, any type of violence whatsoever. We are a station of people that are here to empower our community, and we just happen to all be believers, so we don't believe in violence. But in that note,
we laugh about it.
Yeah, we do. We will laugh at situations that are probably not funny. But as we get ready to wrap it up, we get ready to get into our final thoughts. Dark Knight, what you got?
Keep walking. Whatever the promise is, even if you forgot what the promise is, your goal is always in front of you. It's never behind you. So keep walking.
Keep walking. Come on in. It's the face he made.
Right.
Like the church mother looking at a girl with a short skirt.
Without the chapel scarf on.
Right.
Who raised you? He said, keep walking. Keep walking.
Swerve somebody.
Keep walking. I don't got nothing better than that. Keep walking. Just put your walking shoes on, but keep walking.
These boots.
Don't look back, because you might turn into a pillar of salt. But keep walking.
Okay. My final thought is, it could just be you. We gotta stop playing to the face where we play the victim.
Yeah.
If you are the common denominator, most likely it is you. And it's up to you to make the necessary adjustments. I understand that circumstances may cause you to feel like you need to defend yourself. You may need to do certain situations. But if it's 15 people and you are the common denominator, yeah, that's the 100. It's probably you. And instead of playing the victim and going into a woe is me, as we talked about yesterday, you need to get to the place of zigzag and get on your business and do you and make the necessary adjustments. It's up to you to make the changes, not everybody else. So, in the prophetic words of Michael Jackson, whatever happens, don't let go of his hand.
Come on!
This is Fire 716.
Come on!
Big Frank in the morning. We'll be with you tomorrow morning. The whole team. We got you. Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
He's doing stuff like that.
You can't plug up Mike Jackson goes like that.
Right.
Hey, got me all in my feelings.
You are. This is big stuff.
Put me all in my feelings.
It's Fire 716.
Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here.